Wake up, gamer. You can't stop now. You are so close, but so far. But one shall never give up. One shall stand against the world. Fight till the end. Reclaim your throne. The grind. Never stops.
Woo! That was such an intense workout, but I feel so empowered. But hey, welcome back to Gotta AFK, where I'll be giving you the latest esports related news and our take on the current esports scene. I'm your host, Kevin Wu, and on today's episode, we will be giving you a recap on the VALORANT Challengers Tournament Series, the purple screen of death from Twitch, and a discussion on in-game cheating. Without further ado, let's go to Brad, our new analyst, for the recap on VCT closed qualifiers. Hello, yo! My name is Bradley DeMarcus DeShunk III. I'm Gotta AFK's new tournament analyst. And this past Sunday, I actually spent most of my time watching the VCT series, the VCT Grand Finals to be specific, instead of the Super Bowl. But I know the weekend did his thing. Alright, let's get into the tournament recap. The tournament ended with Sentinels beating the Immortals 3-2-1 in the Grand Finals. The first game on Split was just brutal to watch, man. Sentinels absolutely destroyed the Immortals with a score of 13-3. Sinatra's Odin control, it's just unbeatable. The second map was Bind, and the Immortals actually put up a great fight with 5-7 in the first half. They still had some great comebacks in the second half, but their synergy just wasn't as great as the Sentinels. And it ended with 13-8 in favor of the Sentinels. And the last map was Icebox, and things did not turn well for the Immortals. Despite that they got some early round wins, the Sentinels still had amazing strategies and better synergy overall, ending the tournament off with 13-4, claiming victorious in the VCT closed qualifier stage 1. Even though the Immortals lost to Sentinels in the closed qualifiers, Stage 1 still has a open qualifiers against, TSM and 100 Thieves that they can climb up the ranks with. So, Immortals still has a chance to compete in Stage 2 of the VCT series. And more VCT series tournament will be coming up, and your boy Bradley's got you on the recap. So every show, I will be giving you an update on these tournaments. This has been Bradley DeMarcus DeShunk III, and now I gotta go AFK. Woo! My goodness, Twitch has been receiving so much backlashes and so many criticisms from around the community recently, and this upcoming story is regarding the purple screen of death. This information was released by Ben Goldhaber, which is a ex-member, I guess, from the early Twitch founders team back in 2011. And on Twitter a couple days ago, he tweeted that about 2 months ago, Twitch began implementing what is dubbed the purple screen of death. The purple screen of death is a mandatory, non-skippable 30-second interruption that is placed in all embeds, making for a poor user experience. Now, if this was like an ad, like in the beginning of the stream, it's fine because content creators need the money, need the ad revenue from all these views from Twitch. So I totally understand Twitch and the content creators doing that. But I do not understand why Twitch is kind of like basically forcing viewers to go onto their website or to go on their download their app. Like in the Twitch early days, if I recall, the embedded links were actually like helping them, and it was like playing a huge role in Twitch's whole development. So I'm just like, why would you? I understand that Twitch wants to advertise their website and or their entire platform, so to speak, but I don't think this is the right way to do it. This is like basically forcing all of your viewers. You would have to go onto our website or go onto our app to watch it, or else you are gonna get this thing that pops up for 30 seconds every 15 minutes in the stream. And even ads don't pop up that as much. Like on Sunday, I was watching the Valorant Challengers tournament, and you know, obviously there's ads popping up in the middle and halftime break and stuff, but that doesn't happen every 15 minutes. Like once the tournament gets running, the entire game's it streams, it's smooth, and then you get an ad when it's over and stuff. That's totally fine. But if you're like, you know, forcing viewers to look at that purple screen every 15 minutes, if you're not using their Twitch link, that is just too far. I think that is just ridiculous. So I think, my opinion on this, Twitch, you gotta stop this. You are digging yourself into a much deeper hole than you already are. I mean, like, the community is giving you so much criticisms about these, and I think some stuff you can keep, some stuff you should definitely fix. I mean, that is just my take on the purple screen of death and the whole just Twitch uproar that's going on recently. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is this ridiculous, or is this actually a good marketing strategy? Let me know in the comments below. And if more details comes, I'll definitely update you guys.
So on today's podcast segment, I want to address the problem of in-game cheating. And here with us is Ethan Tran. What's up, Ethan?
Hi, Kevin.
Alright, so cheating has been around in games for actually quite a long time. And it's been a lot of games, especially like FPS games, has been seeing cheating like a lot recently. So I don't know, like recently I think in VALORANT, I was playing in a competitive game. And this guy was hitting running headshots like every single round. And he keeps getting aces because he, like, literally, it's so obvious that he has aimbot on. But, you know, the game lasted like fully, like with no hacker detection or anything. So, like, and when we try to report him, I don't think it works. So, I don't know. What do you think about this, like, problem of cheating in games in general, especially like in FPS games?
I think this problem with cheating is very big. You know, it's really easy to cheat nowadays. You know, especially with Valorant, it's a free-to-play game. You know, if you get banned on your main, you make another one, and you know, it's harder for like our newer players who just like start out, because you know you have all these hackers making Smurf accounts, just going into the lower ranks and just messing around with everyone. So like those people can't like rank up. You know, they're always losing, and you know they can't get better.
Yeah, and you know, at first news came out and we heard that Riot's anti-cheat for Valorant is actually one of the best like on the market, it says, but apparently, you know, hackers actually just find their way into their like other loopholes. So it's just really disturbing, you know.
Yeah, it's as you know, the thing with Valorant, it's like you can have the best like hacker detection system out there, but like, you know, you're always gonna have those hackers who you can build more and more accounts and just have your fun. You know, that's the problem of being a free to play game. You know, it's so easy to get back into it once you're like kicked or banned. You know.
Yeah, right. So it's like, Yeah, you're right. Like for a free-to-play game like Valorant, it is hard because you don't have to spend a single penny onto the game to play, and then these hackers will just keep finding loopholes deep into the system and try to hack the game. So then that brings to the question of what is the solution to this? How do you fix in-game cheating, let alone just hackers in general? I think for games, what do you think, Ethan?
Personally, I think there is no solution. As long as a game exists and people live to be competitive, there's no way you can stop people from getting into like the software or whatever, building software in order to make the game better for them or just worse for everyone else. It's a mindset that isn't ideal, but for as long as games run on any kind of code, or anyone knows like it can think of another way to like just make the game easier for themselves. There are going to be cheaters and hackers. Um, Although there is no permanent solution to completely stop hacking in general, I feel like there are more ways to prevent hacking, which Riot is doing. They're doing a really good job of it. I haven't seen much hackers myself on Valorant personally, until I got into the lower ranks. But but after that, but then like in the higher ranks, you start to notice not that many hackers are starting to make it through because Riot is picking up on them, like either banning them or doing whatever. And I completely respect Riot for doing that. Like props to them for developing such a great software in order to make our game experience like ideal. um Especially with it being like a new game too. It's still lower. You still have a lower chance of hackers going in, but there always will be eventually. I feel like maybe later on there might be more, but let's just hope that Riot develops their software more in order to make the game better for us.
Yeah, you're right. Like despite the jokes around Riot Games and stuff, they do have a pretty nice, like pretty well-rounded, as I mentioned, anti-cheat program. Excuse me. Like I think the recent competitive game with the cheater in my game, I think that's only like one out of probably 10,000 people that were cheating, and I hopefully they did get the punishment they deserve, right? But I think yeah, they Riot Games does have a really good anti-cheat program, or anti-cheat software. I mean, that prevents cheaters. And when you're talking about the low elo, probably like the lower ranks do not get noticed as much as the higher elo, because all the pros and content creators and like the online celebrities, they are in the high elo, and that's why if they detect the cheater in the higher elo, in Radiant, Immortal, they'll definitely like ban them, because first of all that will ruin the reputation of the game and ruin the reputation of the streamer. So they'll definitely notice it more than the lower ranks. But you're right, I don't think there is a permanent solution to cheating, in-game cheating, let alone just hackers in general. I think software developers and anti-cheat software developers, they would have to keep up with the generation, keep up with the meta, so to speak, on they have to keep up with what's new, basically. And if they don't keep up with like the hackers, then they're gonna lose the game to the hackers, and eventually cheaters will just flood the entire game.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, it's really unfortunate to see like all the other games like beside like not that aren't Valorant, like with like little to no software that like uh prevents cheating, right? And it's really sad to see like great games just go to like complete trash just because of hackers. And like they make the game like virtually unplayable, and then like kills the community. No one wants to play that game anymore, and all those developers who spent like years and years and years developing such a well-rounded game, just like one mishap just completely messes up the entire community. And you now have a community from what was good people with good intentions who just wanted to play games and have fun, now flooded with a like just people who aren't good on other people, just want to see the world burn.
I think the temporary solution is the management team for these big companies invest more in the anti-cheat programs rather than just like cosmetics and pay-to-win system. Because Riot Games, they are investing in cosmetics. The new glitch pop looks really nice, and a lot of people buy it. A lot of pros buy it. Even I bought the Phantom. I know, I just like the skin, But but like, what I'm saying is, their management is really good. Their management team is, managing the whole game really well. They invest in both cosmetics and anti-cheat software, but it's like balanced. So that's how a company should run a game, and how a company should show the game to the community, so that the community is like, wow, you know what? This is a game worth playing. Instead of me going in, get aimbot, headshotted every round, then like you're just gonna lose your entire popularity for the game and reputation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely go what you mean. I agree with you 100%.
All right, so that wraps up the podcast segment, and thank you so much for attending again, Ethan. You're really helpful, man. And if you get the chance, go buy yourself a glitch pop, man. It's good skin, good skin.
Yeah, for sure. I'll look into it.
Thank you again, Ethan Tran, for hopping on the podcast. That was a great talk. And that wraps up today's show. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe. Follow our social medias, which are in the description down below. Be sure to tune in our main show, which airs on Friday at 1 p.m., where we discuss about non-esports related news, local, international, and national news. And be sure to check out the next episode of Gotta AFK, which will be airing 2 weeks from now. This has been your host, Kevin Wu, the speech god. Oh, speaking of speech, the VALORANT qualifiers are going on right now, and I have my own qualifiers coming up called the Speech and Debate State Qualifiers, and I definitely will be attending because last year I couldn't go to state tournament because of COVID. Man, COVID just ruins everything, doesn't it? So wish your boy luck, but definitely I'll place because your boy will definitely live up to the name of the speech god. So anyways, this has been your host Kevin Wu. I'm already getting speech impediment out of this, so I need to stop talking. And now I gotta go AFK. Woo! Okay, I'm good. And now, I gotta go AFK. Woo!